Auburn has officially hired a new D-line coach, and that comes in the form of Jimmy Brumbaugh, former Auburn Tiger. And this past season, he was a defensive analyst at Oregon. So another Oregon person is coming to Auburn, which means that pipeline is still open. So let's talk a little bit about Jimmy, and I want to start with what he did as a player, and then I'll get into his coaching career and how he found his way from being an Auburn Tiger as a player to an Auburn Tigers coach. So let's start with a little bit about his backstory. So in the late 90s, he played for the Auburn Tigers, and during the 96 season, he was named second team All-SEC with 80 tackles. The following season, in 97, he was actually named first team All-SEC with 78 tackles, even though in, I think, the 10th game, he suffered a ruptured patella, and that put him out for the season, obviously. During his whole college career, he recorded 291 tackles, 22 tackles for loss, and 15 sacks. After college, he was undrafted and became an undrafted free agent for the San Francisco 49ers. They decided to cut him and did not give him a spot on the team. But after that, he joined the XFL team, the Birmingham Thunderbolts, and played for them until that league went belly up. After that, he went to the AFL and played for the Georgia Force before he ended up at the Birmingham Steel Dogs, and that was his whole career as a football player. After that, he retired from being a football player and became a coach. So this is what his coaching career looked like and how he went from being a player to being a coach at Auburn. He was named strength and conditioning coach at LSU. And I'm going to hit the highlights. There were some things before this, but in I think 2007, 2008, he was at LSU as the strength and conditioning coach. And he was actually there for the 2008 national championship for LSU. After that is when he started his career as a defensive line coach, and that's what he's coming to Auburn to do in 2022. He was at Louisiana Tech for 2 seasons. He went to Syracuse for 2 seasons before he was fired. After that, this is the most interesting stop, just in my personal opinion, this is the most interesting stop on his coaching journey. He went to East Mississippi Community College. Now, if you don't know why that rings a bell, and it should be ringing a bell in your head, just a little bit, it's because that is the same college that a former Auburn Tiger went to, if you remember John Franklin III. But it's also the college that was featured in Last Chance U. So I'm sure you've seen it, seasons 1 and 2 were focused on East Mississippi Community College. I believe, I know season 1 was for sure. And so he actually made a stop there. It was before that Netflix series was filmed, but I just thought that was a neat little anecdote. Moving on, past East Mississippi Community College. He was at Kentucky for 3 or 4 seasons. Then he made multiple one-year stops: Maryland, Colorado, and Tennessee. After leaving Tennessee, this was the 2021 season. So for the 2021 season, he became a defensive analyst for Oregon. And at the end of the 2021 season, this is where we pick up today. He is now going to be the defensive line coach, replacing Nick Eason for the 2022 season. And so now this is the part where I kind of tell you my thoughts on this hire and what I think about Jimmy Brumbaugh. So I did not know a lot about him before doing my research for this video, but from what I can tell, he has a lot of experience, which is a good thing. He had a good career at Auburn. He did not have a good post-career after that. But I think a lot of that's due to his injury. But then the part that concerns me about his coaching career is that the longest he stayed anywhere was really just 3 to 4 years. I guess that's a pretty good run these days for a coach. But then he made all those one-year stops: Maryland, Colorado, Tennessee, Oregon. he's not been anywhere for more than 2 years for quite a while since he was at Kentucky. So that's one concern I have is, is this guy just going to be a one and done? The reason I don't think that will be the case is because this is his alma mater. So I think we will have him for longer than 1 year, at least hopefully. Do I think he'll do a good job? I think he has the potential to do a good job. I'm not sold yet that he's going to be better than Nick Eason. I really want to see a few things. How is he going to be as a recruiter? And then how well will he how well will he prepare our defensive line for the 2022 season? That's really all I have on Jimmy Brumbaugh. If you have some anecdotes that I did not mention, please drop those down in the comments. At this time also, it would help me out if you would leave a like on this video. It's very simple. Just click that like button, and that helps the video get in front of more people. And then, as always, if you have not subscribed to the channel, do that. But other than that, that's all I've got. I appreciate you watching this one, and I will see you in the next one.